What's good, YouTube? It's your boy IK Lifts. I'm down 100 pounds. I lost it in a year, and I've been bulking and cutting for the past 3 today. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how to get rid of your man boobs. No one likes them. When you wear a shirt, it's all tight. You look all flabby up there. No. I'm going to tell you exactly how to get rid of them. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below. Comment any questions you may have about this video. And make sure, let's get this video to 50 likes if you guys want another banger. Thank you so much, Braden, for being part of the Noti gang and part of the Locked In gang. So make sure if you want a shout out on the next video, comment the word Locked In on the Locked In chain. Let's get it. Let's go.
Niggas get high if the lines I spit and I sniff. If you want smoke, then I got a big fast spliff. I'm lit like matches, counting that green, I ain't talking about grasses. I'm king and I'm winning, I steady step in the city. I'm finna run up a million, show them niggas I'm with it, you know I don't like.
All right, y'all, so the first thing when it comes to getting rid of your man boobs, okay, so that's something I really struggled with so much on my journey, is wearing tight shirts and just having like my boobs all just like popping out and stuff. I hated it so much. It ruined my confidence. So I had to wear all these big shirts, like went all the way down to here. I mean, I had to wear jackets all the time, hoodies, even in the heat. So if you are so sick of having man boobs, this is the video for you. The first thing is going to be realizing that you cannot spot reduce fat. So nothing you buy on the TikTok shop or some kind of scam where you just do a whole bunch of reps, or you have this squeeze-in device, whatever. No, that is not going to get rid of your man boobs, okay? And doing 100 push-ups every day is not going to get rid of your man boobs. All right, you cannot spot reduce fat. You cannot tell your body to just burn fat in one spot. You will burn the fat and overall. It's not going to be in a certain spot. It's based off genetics where your fat will come off first, okay? And you have to realize the only way you can actually lose fat is by making sure that you burn more calories than you consume. So you need to use the MyFitnessPal app. It is free. It's literally free. It doesn't cost a single thing. That is the app you're going to use to track your calories. If you need to figure out how to use it, I have a YouTube vid on how to track your calories. I'm going to link it down below, or you can just simply go to my page. I have it in there, free game. It's a full in-depth video on how to do it. Okay? Now, to figure out how many calories you need to eat, you want to be in a caloric deficit because you're trying to lose weight. Only way you can actually lose weight, no matter how much you work out, no matter how much you run, you have to be in a caloric deficit. So to ensure that you're going to be in a deficit, make sure you go to calorie.net, put in your height, age, and weight. It's going to tell you exactly how many calories that you have to eat. Simple. Okay? And when you actually start tracking your calories, you need to make sure that you are eating enough. Just because you have to be in a caloric deficit, that doesn't mean you just starve yourself. No, make sure you aim for, go ahead and lose about a pound a week or so. You will see that in the calorie.net website. Don't go 4 pounds a week, 10 pounds a week. Hell no, do not do that. Lose the weight at a steady pace. You got this, okay? Now, the next thing, when it comes to losing the man boobs and all that stuff, you have to make sure that your diet is on point, right? The diet is going to be so key, okay? So the things you're going to eat, the way you're going to eat, is you're going to make sure that you're eating high protein meals, okay? You have to be getting high protein meals. Want to know why? Because that is the only way you're going to build muscle. And to get rid of all that saggy, big old man boobies, you need to make sure that you're actually building muscle. Because when you start building that muscle, you'll burn fat, you'll burn calories easier. And then when you build muscle in your chest and you start to get muscle mass in your chest, it will go over the fat. Muscle is more than fat. So that's why it's going to be so key to make sure you get enough protein. 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. So lock in on that, okay? And then for the next part of the nutrition, make sure that you're getting whole foods, mainly whole foods in your diet. Not like 10 protein bars a day to get 200 grams of protein, no. It's okay if you get a protein bar or a protein shake, but don't make that your primary source of protein intake. Because when you have whole foods, it'll satiate you easier, you'll feel more full, and it will also minimize things like water retention and bloating and all that bloating stuff that happens. No. Whole foods, and more whole foods. Things like salmon, chicken, beef, tilapia. Start eating foods like that, and you'll notice you'll feel better, you'll look better. You'll start to cut easier when you incorporate those whole foods. And also, you want to make sure you start getting your natural sugars from fruit, okay? Because everyone loves fruit, everyone loves sugar. Sorry, everyone loves sugar, not everyone loves fruit. But if you start finding a fruit you like, it is a cheat code because it'll take just take care of your sugar craving, I promise. So find a sugar from a fruit that you like and start eating that on a daily basis. It helps. It has barely any calories. You can eat a lot of it, but you still want to watch your sugar intake. But you should be getting your sugar from fruits that are natural fruits, natural sugars, okay? Next part about the whole nutrition, this is gonna go hand in hand, is the water consumption. You wanna be getting half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day. Every single day you wanna make sure you're doing that, okay? Wanna know why? Because your muscles are mainly water, so you wanna go ahead and fill them up with the water, okay? And then you need to make sure that you're drinking the water because it helps you not have as much water retention and bloating. You don't want to be all bloated and holding on to all this excess stuff. You want to make sure your body's cycling out all these bad things in your body through the water consumption. Now, the next phase we're going to get into what to do first when you're trying to lock in on building that chest, right? Because you want to build a good chest, not a bad chest, okay? The first thing you want to do is you want to start prioritizing a consistent gym routine. Okay, you want to have a consistent gym routine that's going to make sure you get at least 2 working sets twice a week for this muscle group right here, your chest, okay? Not just your middle of your pectoralis major, your upper chest, middle, and lower chest. You need to be getting workouts that are going to target all 3 parts of your chest. It's not just here. That's not just the only part of your chest. It's 1, 2, and 3 right down here, your lower pecs, okay? Now, when you work out and you're doing that consistent, you need to make sure you're doing the same workouts. And before you say, but bro, I'm not gonna trick my muscles, they're not gonna grow faster. You cannot trick your muscles. You're gonna get the same stimulation doing these workouts. So you have to start doing the same workouts, because how are you gonna know if you're getting better if you're doing a million different workouts a month? You have to make sure you're progressive overloading in the gym. Progressive overload is so key. You have to get super strong in movements to get the most muscle mass gain. Okay, now what that means is, for example, let's say I'm doing 200 pounds on chest press this week, right, for 8 reps, and I'll only do 6 to 8 reps until failure. That's what I do. 2 sets, that's all I do. So let's say I'm doing 8 reps this week. Now let's say next week I'm doing 200 pounds on chest press again, but I'm able to do 9 reps. Guess what? I did an extra rep, because you want to make sure that either the reps or the weight you're doing on a motion is going up every week or so. So since I went up a rep and I'm over my 6 to 8 rep range and I just did 9, I'm going to bump the weight up 5 pounds and I'm going to increase the weight. So then that way I can get back into that 6 to 8 rep range until failure. See what I'm doing? I'm getting stronger in the movement, so I'm having to up the weight or up the reps. That is how you progressive overload. If you're not doing that, you're doing something wrong. You are doing something wrong. And that takes us into this next part. And guys, I am going to show you the workouts that I actually used to lose my man boobs, okay? But I'm trying to tell you exactly what to do around that, the other factors, because the other factors are way more important than the workouts. If you do the workouts, but you don't watch the whole video and listen to what I'm saying, you will not get your man boobs to go away, I promise you. Okay, so to build muscle, super key, right? It's about what you're doing outside the gym, okay? Because you only spend 1 to 2 hours inside the gym. So the muscle growth does not happen there, it happened outside the gym. So the factors you're gonna do to control is your sleep. You have to make sure you get 6 hours of sleep minimum every single night. Every single night you should be doing that. And you wanna shoot for 8 though. You wanna shoot for 8 hours of sleep. The reason why you're gonna focus on your sleep so much is because when you get into that deep sleep state, that is where all the muscle growth will happen. It's not gonna happen if you're getting 3 hours of sleep every night. And you're not gonna progressive overload in the gym if you never have energy. So you have to make sure you have the actual energy to have an intense exercise by getting the proper rest, resting up those muscles so you can go crazy and then let them rest again, okay? Now, the next factor is going to be your actual carb intake. You guys have no idea how much I hear people saying, carbs are making me fat, carbs are making me gain weight. No, that is such a big myth. Okay, carbs do not make you fat. You need them as an energy source so you can actually train hard in the gym and progressive overload and also have muscle mass retention. So the reason why people think carbs make you fat is because I will be honest, they get stored as fat easily if you don't use them properly because they have so much volume to it. So for example, if I'm someone who does not work out consistently and someone who's not getting their steps in consistently, or I'm not even training hard consistently, then I'll notice I'll start to probably gain weight or gain fat in my lower body, lower belly, like lower belly fat, things like that, or just different parts of my body, face, things like that, because the carbs will be stored as fat if they're not actually used for an energy source. That is how it works, guys. So make sure you're getting your 10K steps every single day to boost your metabolic, your ability to burn calories, burn fat, but you're also gonna make sure that you are training very hard in the gym. So you should be training until failure on every single movement you do. So for example, let me show you a demonstration. If I'm doing a bicep curl, and this is my last rep, and then I'm good and I walk away, no, you have to be training till failure. So my last rep should look like this. I should be struggling and fighting for my life, like, like that. Like, notice how I'm super slow on my concentric movement. If your last rep is fast like that, you are missing out on so many gains. You're not using enough fatigue. You're not fatiguing your muscles enough, and you're not going hard enough in the gym. You have to be training until failure. And your rep range does not have to be super high. You don't have to do 1,000,000 sets of push-ups, 1,000,000 sets of bench press, curls. No, you only need 2 sets of low volume until failure. And I promise you, whatever works for me, whatever works for me may not work for you, right? But what you should do is always be willing to try new things, because guys, my physique, this is the best physique I've had in my life, and it's from doing lower volume. Like, I'm 225 pounds with abs, and I have, more definition in my arms, more mass in my arms and all that. I used to do like 4 sets of 12, 4 sets of 15-ish, like super high rep ranges. Guys, you will not, you just won't get as optimal of gains. I'm not saying you can't get gains, but the gains are so much better when you fatigue your muscles and let them rest. Don't just go fatigue. No, fatigue and then let them rest. Okay? I promise you, if you just try that, you will probably like it more than doing high volume. Okay. Now that we talked about all the factors outside the gym when it comes to burning those man boobs, get rid of that chest fat, I'm going to show you guys the workouts that I did and that I used today to target my chest so I can build a chest for an upper movement to work on my upper chest, and then a movement that's going to target all 3. It's only 2 workouts. I'm going to show you guys the proper form and technique. So we're going to work on these things right here: middle, upper, and lower. Okay, I'm going to show you guys these workouts. I'm going to walk you through them. I'm going to tell you the rep range that I do, all that stuff. So let's get it. Lock in. If you guys are still watching, comment the word workout. I don't know. Just comment workout. Just make a comment. Tell me you're locked in. Let's get it. As you guys know, I'm down 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds in 1 year. And one of the key things that helped me do that is meal prepping. Now, if you feel like you don't know how to cook, or if you hate cooking, you don't have to, y'all. You can simply use Flex Pro Meals. What is that? Flex Pro Meals is a healthy meal prepping service that sends you high protein meals straight to your door in less than 48 hours. I got all these meals right here in less than 2 days, y'all. Look at this. And it shows you the macros of every meal, the different varieties they have, y'all. This is my personal favorite, Southwest chicken and rice. And I'm gonna help y'all out because you can use my code IKLIFTS for 40% off your order. Yes, 40% off your order. That's nearly 50% off. So if you guys are trying to eat healthy and you're struggling to meal prep, simply just hit the link in my bio and use my code IKLIFTS for 40% off. And let's get right back into the video. All right, y'all, so for the first workout, we're working on the upper chest. So we're doing an incline pressing movement, okay? You do not need to do flat press, incline, and then decline movements. No, you only need to do an incline movement because the next workout I show you is gonna work all 3 parts of the chest. So this workout just to make it clear, it's working on just the upper chest, the upper fibers in the chest, okay? So for this exercise, what you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure you never bring your shoulders off of the actual bench here. You never want to bring it off of the platform. Your chest is going to be lean back straight, right? You're going to have your shoulders on the actual bench. Now what you're going to do, you want to have a good middle grip. So I'm going to do a thumb grip. I'm just going to put my thumbs here, then grip. So that way I'm symmetrical. Now you're going to go ahead and breathe in. As you exhale, you want to engage your core, and you're going to push all the way up like this. Breathe in, exhale, come all the way up. And then when you come up, you're going to lock out your arms. So you're going to get a little bit of tricep stimulation here, and you're targeting that upper chest. Okay, the upper chest. Now we're coming all the way back down. Get a deep stretch. You're not going to stop here. Come all the way back. Get a deep stretch. Look how deep of a stretch I'm in right now. You see that? I'm not here. I'm here. I'm like beyond where I started almost, right? Then I'm going to repeat. Keep my shoulders squared all the way back, so that way I'm not targeting the wrong thing. Breathe in. Exhale, engage that core. All the way up. Just like that, guys. And with this workout, I literally just do 2 sets of 6 to 8 until failure. That is all I do. I don't do a million sets. I don't do a superset. Guys, just also with the rest time, you want to get at least 1 minute of rest in between each set, but you should probably try and shoot for about 2 to 2.5 minutes. But if you're in a rush or or if you feel rested enough, I would say 1 minute's fine. I usually do about 1.5 minutes or so, closer to 2. But if I'm in a big rush because I do 13-hour shifts, then I'll just do a 1 minute rest and I'll be fine to go on the next set. Also, it is okay if you do not reach the same amount of reps on the second set. So for example, if I do 7 reps on the first set, since I fatigued and I trained until failure, this is what your last rep should look like right here, right? Ready? Just like that. If your last rep does not look like that, you're not working out right, okay? So on the second set, you should not be able to do the same amount of reps you did on the first set. So if I'm doing 7 reps on the first set, I should not do 7 again the second set. I should probably be like in the 3 to 5 rep range. So when I say 2 sets of 6 to 8 until failure, I'm mainly talking about when you progressive overload, and then you get to that point when you hit that 9th rep. Because if you hit 9 reps on your first set, there's no way you're not going to hit to the 6 rep range minimum, or maybe at least 5. So you want to shoot for the first set being 6 to 8 reps until failure. The second set will not match that. It will not be the same reps, but it's still that low rep range, and you're training until failure for both sets. That is how it works when it comes to training properly. You never want to do 12 reps and then next set 12 reps. No, that means you need to bump the weight up. You got to be training hard and recruiting all your muscle fibers and your energy. And then the second set will be so much harder, so you're not going to be able to get the same amount of reps. So if you need to think about how you train, if you're training and doing the same rep range over and over again, then you are not training hard enough. Get some carbs in. And since you're still watching this, I'm just going to give you some free game. Make sure 30 minutes before you work out, get a quick digesting carb in, like a rice cake, Rice Krispie, something like that, and it will help you have so much more energy to train hard in the gym. So lock in, or just take pre-workout. I don't take pre-workout, not gonna lie. That stuff just kind of, I just don't really like that stuff. I use my before photos when I was fat as my progress, or not my progress, as my pre-workout. My progress pics are my pre-workout. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you guys the final workout. It's only 2 workouts that I do for chest. I don't need a million. You do not need a million to get a good chest. So I'm going to show you guys this next movement. Let's lock in. It's going to target all 3 parts of the chest. Let's get it. I lost 100 pounds in a year, so people are always asking me what supplements I take. I'm going to tell you exactly which one. Most important one, creatine monohydrate. Studies have backed up this is the most safe supplement you can take, okay? What it does is it helps you build lean muscle mass. It helps you absorb more water into your muscles. So you need to make sure you're drinking at least a gallon of water every day. Hydrate or this will not work. It's also going to help with muscle recovery, and it will also help with brain health, okay? Protein powder, simple. What it does, helps you hit your protein goals. My favorite flavor, vanilla bean for Evogen Nutrition. This hits different. The most recent one that I started taking is liquid carnitine, okay? What this does is it helps turn your fat into an energy source and helps you burn fat easier, and it will also help you minimize fat gain as you gain muscle mass and gain weight. I've actually gained about 4 pounds in the past month taking this, and I've not gained much fat. I still have abs. Okay, I weigh 210 right now. This is the biggest I've been at 210 and the leanest, okay? And it's the Sour Patch Kid flavor. That's the one I like. So if you need protein supplements, Evogen Nutrition is the way to go. They have a bunch of supplements, and I stand by them. I use them on a daily basis. Make sure to use my discount code IKLIFTS for 10% off your order at checkout. And let's get right back to the video. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna do a fly workout, but I'm gonna show you guys a very in-depth thing that's super important for the fly machine when you set it up. So pretty much what you wanna do is you wanna make sure that, so you notice how this right here, this actual attachment is able to be adjusted. Now, a lot of people, when they adjust their fly machine, they usually have it like all the way here to the front one. So it's super close to your chest, right? And it's super close to your arms and your range of motion. No, crank that bad boy back there, bro, because you want to get a deep stretch on the chest, just like how we did with the chest press. So I'm gonna just go ahead and bring that back to about 3. You don't have to bring it all the way back to 5. You don't got to be OD with it. You can just put it at like the middle mark. So you shouldn't start all the way back or all the way up. Just get a deep stretch. Allow yourself to get a deep stretch. Maybe your wingspan is different. Whatever allows you to get into a deep stretch position, do that. So yeah, so we're just gonna put this bad boy on 3, kind of like right in between, so we can get a deep stretch. Never have it on 1. Never have it on 1. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this workout. Fly machine will work all 3 parts of the chest. All right, guys, so we got the fly machine, right? I said it works all 3 parts of the chest. This is gonna be so key for getting rid of those man boobs. So what we're gonna do is you wanna make sure, same thing with the chest press, your shoulders are always gonna be back on the platform. You're never gonna come up like this. You're always gonna be back here, okay? Feet planted in the ground. I'm gonna start with that deep stretch position. Notice how I'm bending my elbows like this, but I'm getting a deep stretch. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and breathe in. As I exhale, I'm gonna engage that core, and then I'm gonna bring my arms out straight so I can get a better muscle to my connection and a better activation in my chest to recruit those fibers. So look, see how I come in like this? I'm not coming in like that. I'm coming in like this, so I get better chest flexion, and I come all the way back and get a deep stretch. Notice how I'm controlling the weight. I'm controlling the eccentric movement. Breathe in, exhale. I'm coming all the way back up, but I'm straightening out those arms, guys, to get a really good chest flexion right there. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm coming all the way back, get a deep stretch, and then come all the way up and straighten out those arms, engage that chest. Okay, and it's only 2 sets of 6 to 8 until failure, and I'm progressive overloading in these movements, guys. I'm making sure the reps or the actual weight is going up every week or so. When I get to the 9 reps, I bump the weight up some more. That's when I know it's time to bump the weight up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what the last rep should look like, because you need to be training until failure. So it should look like this. Just like that. How's my acting skills? But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like when you're training until failure. It needs to be very intense. You should not just be like, okay, cool, we're done. No, you should be fighting for your life on that last rep, on that last set, even the first set. Like both sets should be until failure. Okay. But yeah, that's really all it is to fly. The fly movement is so key, guys. You need to be, and I'm not gonna lie, you don't have to do an incline press movement. You can do something else for your upper pecs. Like for example, you can do like a low to high fly. You can do You can do any other workout that will target the upper. Oh, and you can even do something like an incline dumbbell. You don't have to do an incline machine. But the reason why I'm going to say you have to do a fly movement is because that is such an essential factor to helping you not have to activate or get stimulation in other muscle groups during your chest movement. Because when I do this chest press movement, right, yes, I'm targeting that upper chest, but I'm recruiting my triceps to get stimulated when I lock it out like this. But when you do this fly movement, it's only chest. It's not biceps, it's not triceps. No, it's only chest. And it works all three parts. So that's why if you're not doing a fly movement, you are 10 steps behind. You have to be doing a fly movement on your chest days, incorporate it. And if that is a weak point, so start your workout with that weak point, which would be the fly movement. Okay, so lock in. For one-on-one personalized coaching for your dream physique to build muscle and lose fat, go ahead and simply hit the link in my bio for my coaching application. After you fill it out, I'll be reaching out so we can have a quick phone call going over how we're going to reach those goals. And that way you can have a transformation like these and also like the way I did, losing 100 pounds in a year. Lock in, and thanks for watching. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support. Go ahead and comment down below if you have any questions about this video. Let's get this video to 50 likes, especially if you watched all the way to the end. Come on, show your boy some love. And also, please show love to my socials. IK Lifts with 2 S's on Instagram, and then IK Lifts with 3 S's on TikTok. So make sure you guys go show some love and go ahead and comment on my recent posts on there so I can follow you back. Let's get it. I'll see you in the next video. Lock in. For exclusive fitness content, make sure to check out my Patreon that's linked in my bio or in the description. You can select the tier you like the most. Well, one of the tiers, you actually get access to my personal phone number and weekly video calls where I can answer your personal questions and help you reach those goals.
Get high if the lines I spit and I sniff. If you want smoke, then I got a big fat spliff. I'm lit like matches, counting that green, I ain't talking about grasses. I'm king and I'm winning, I steady step in the city, I'm finna run up on me.